All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and I've been going over my own copy of a tip calculator before I start to go into the tip calculator that's being created by our Muroc book. And before, I want to show you two things, because this will be a very short lecture. I took what I did that I had in on progress changed, and I thought, that's not really where that belongs. So I instead put it into the on stop tracking touch, which means as you're pulling something over into the seek bar, it's when you're done. And then I came in here and I said the only thing is that gave me a percentage, like for 100, I was multiplying it by 100 instead of by 0.01. So I divided it by 100. And as you can see now, if I come in here, there is no tip. If I come in about in the middle, there's a 51% tip. Now I could have come in here and had something where I was explaining. I probably should have done that also, where I came in here and showed, for example, a text box or a text view where I showed what the exact number was. But you can see now I can drag and I can go from one end to the other. All right. So what I've done is I've recreated this particular program, and now instead, as it did originally of using buttons, it is now using a seek bar. And the idea with a seek bar is when you use a seek bar, you are mandated by the API that you need to use the on progress changed and the on start tracking touch and the on stop tracking touch. I originally erroneously put my code in the on progress changed. All right, so I don't need that there. So really what I should have done is just added this and gotten rid of these lines that are right here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Right here, I should have just added this, come back over to here and gotten rid of that. All right, so the on progress change, let me put this down to the next line so you can see everything. Do that with all of these. All right, so I'm not putting any code in the on progress changed. I'm not putting any code in the on tracking touched. I am calling from the on stop tracking touch, which means when I'm done. And I'm telling it to get the progress from the seek bar, and that's what I'm passing in. It is an integer, so I had to change this from double to int. But since I want, not to be 100, but rather point, for 100%, I want it to be a 1. Or if, let's say, 56%, instead of the number 56 here, I want it to be 0.56. That's why I'm dividing by 100. So again, what's changed is I had to change this to divide by 100. I had to change that from a double to an int. Since I want to make sure I get a double, instead of dividing it by 100, I'm dividing it by 100.0. And I removed all of my button routines, replaced them with a single on-seek change listener, which meant that I had to incorporate all three of these, the on progress changed, the on start tracking touch, and the on stop tracking touch. There was no code at all in the progress changed, in the on start tracking touch, but on the on stop, that's when I called my calculate. And I passed to it, I said, go to the seek bar and grab where it currently is. Again, I could have probably divided by 100 there. I thought that was kind of a cheesier way, so I did it in here. And as you can see, it now works. So if I want about 33% approximately, a little higher, I guess. So you can see how that works. All right, that's it for mine. When I come back again, I'm going to start going over how Muroc did their tip calculator program. I don't know how much I'm going to type in it because I've already got their finished product, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so I'll be back with that very shortly.